We're really excited to announce that we've just released a major update to the Cityweft platform. You can now export native Revit files ready to open, edit, and work with directly in Revit. Let's take a quick look at how it works. First, open Cityweft and click Create New Project. This will take you to the map view where you can enter your site address in the search bar. Next, click and drag to draw a rectangle around your site. You'll see a number of options appear on the side panel. The first is the Topography Detail Selector. You can choose the level of detail that best suits your project, with the model resolution displayed alongside each option. All Cityweft models are free to preview, so click here to generate a preview. Once the model loads, you can explore all of the features included in your export. I won't cover everything in this video, but two key areas are the terrain options and the layer organization. For terrain, you can choose between geometric raster map and satellite views. If you scroll down the panel on the right, you'll also see all of the data sets included in your model, along with how they'll be organized into layers once exported. When you're ready to bring the model into your software, simply click Export and select your preferred file format. Before selecting Revit, you'll need to choose a couple of additional options. First, you can choose how you'd like the buildings to be imported, either as direct shapes or simplified walls and floors. I'd recommend going for Faithful Mesh, as this best shows the building shape. Then you can choose to bring the trees in as Revit families. To do so, choose Planting Families. Once you're ready, click export.rvt. When the model has finished processing, simply click Download. Remember to also download the satellite image, as you'll need this later on. Now let's jump over to Revit and see how it works in practice. Inside Revit, simply open the downloaded file from your chosen save location, and you'll see your Cityweft model ready to go. First, make sure Mass is turned on in the visibility and graphics settings so you can see the building models. The goal with Cityweft is to generate models that work naturally within your software by using native Revit elements wherever possible, while also attaching useful metadata to each component. For example, if you select a building, you'll see all of its associated metadata listed in the Properties panel. I won't go through every feature today, but here are a few of my personal highlights. First, let's look at editing buildings. To modify a building, select it and click Create Parts, followed by Show Shape Handles. You'll see these control arrows appear, allowing you to push and pull the geometry to quickly edit the building mass. Next, let's add a little more realism by replacing the Toposolid material with a satellite image. To do so, select the Toposolid, then Edit Type. Click on the material where it says Cityweft Raster, and you'll see the material editor with a placeholder image. Click on the name of the image and replace it with the satellite image you downloaded earlier. Then click Apply and you'll see the image on screen. You may have to turn off a few site elements to see this clearly, but this is personal preference. Also make sure that you are viewing the model in realistic mode for this to show properly. And that's all we'll cover in this video. Head over to Cityweft to explore the platform, preview some models, and maybe even try it out on your next project. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.